G'day, I am Jackaroo Turru, and on this channel I talk about Australian Aboriginal languages. Now it so happens that this video today is the 50th video that I upload since I started this channel. And since it is, I thought I'd today talk about my Ngarla name and words that rhyme with it. So, if we start here, this is the name my parents decided to bless me with when I was born. Torbjörn, an old Viking name. But as a matter of fact, friends have called me Turru since 5th grade, and English-speaking friends Turru. When I came to northwestern Australia and started to work with the Ngarla tribe, it turned out that the Swedish version was easier to bring into Ngarla, to transform into a Ngarla version. So the Ngarla version is Turru. Now Turru is not a word in and of itself in Ngarla. But as it so happens, Turru is. This is an onomatopoeic word for the call of the rainbow bee-eater. That's a bird. It has a trilling call. So it is how they render the call in Ngarla, and it is also the name for the rainbow bee-eater. Turru. And here we have some minimal pairs, words that are minimal pairs with Turru. The first one I wrote here is jurru and jurru. Australian Aboriginal languages tend to have only a few generic terms. They have lots and lots of specific terminology, but only a few generic terms. So this is one such a generic Ngarla term. Jurru, generic for snake. And actually jurru is the plural here, snakes. Reduplication, which is what this is called, is used for a number of different functions in Australian Aboriginal languages. Yes, next is murru, which means stone, and also larger stone formation. So that could be rock or hill, if the hill is a stone hill, obviously. Next is ngurru, happy. Now, in this context, we might ask, does Ngarla have adjectives? That is to say, should words with adjectival meanings be distinguished as their own word class? I would say no. Check out this video here. So these words are all nominals. Nominals that belong to different semantic fields, as you can see. Here we have that thing that comes out of your nose when you have a cold, nyurru. In this context, I would like to mention that it has been a very long time since I had a cold. It has been years. Usually I get a cold when I get back from the summer holiday most years. But I haven't these past 2 or 3 years. And I think that the reason is the COVID pandemic. People have been washing their hands all the time and using hand sanitizer, and we have seen much less of each other. And one positive result of that for me personally is that I haven't had a cold. And I think that's quite nice actually. So no cold for me for a few years. Purru, fish scale. And this here is what we call a reciprocal kin term. That means that people in a particular type of relationship use this term to refer to each other. So a man would refer to his father's older brother as jurru. And in the same way, a man would refer to his younger brother's sons as jurru. So, reciprocal. Now, if we add an extra syllable, we get many more words that rhyme with turru, and I have only written 4 here, as you can see. Pinoro, magoro, poljoro, see breeze. The Ngarla tribe lived and lives along the coast in Western Australia, after all. And yogoro, one of the words for dog. And I have discovered that this one specifically means tame dog. And there is another word for dingo, so wild dog. If we add even more syllables, there are so many words that rhyme with turru. I have only written 1 here, as you can see, malogorogoro, which is what you get under a healthy tree that has lots of leaves up above. You get a very shady place, which is a nice thing on a really hot day. If the wind is blowing from the desert, then you really want to be in the malogorogoro if you can. Yes, this will be all for today, but I will be back with video number 51. So, see you later.